Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my interactive Space Engineers series where you tell me what to build and I'll build it. Now this week's suggestions popped up a number of times on the YouTube comments and on the Reddit, and it's a recycling ship. Now what you see in front of you is a military transporter, and these things spawn every now and then in the game, and if you can get close to it and capture it, it will give you a lot of resources if you break it down into its basic parts. But to do that with a hand grinder, it'd take a long time, and it'd take just as long maybe with the basic grinder ship that you get on the starter platform. So this week I've built a massive ship designed exactly for that, and here it is, the Digestor recycling ship. This thing is absolutely enormous and weighs about 10 million kilograms, but being this big, it can eat one of these military transporters in about 3 bites, which is pretty good considering the size of the thing and the fact that a military transporter is made out of heavy armour blocks almost entirely. Now this footage has been sped up a lot because it does take a long time to grind through one of these transporters, and this is only a 5-minute episode. But the principle is still the same and it's still just as easy. Simply fly the ship up to whatever you want to recycle, close the waffle iron arms, that's what I call them, and activate the grinders, and over time it will simply chew through each layer of metal until the ship has been reduced to its bare components and then stored away in the rear. As I say, to grind down a military transporter it does take 3 closes of the jaws. However, it is a very effective method of doing it, and it's a lot quicker than spending a lot of time grinding away block by block with the small ship or with the hand grinder. This method of obtaining resources may also be preferable to mining, considering that you will not need to spend a long time drilling away an asteroid for what you need. At the same time, you also have the thrill of chasing something like this down in a small fighter ship and disabling its weapon systems. On top of that, you don't need to spend a lot of time processing the raw materials into useful parts and components. For unusually shaped spaceships, the Digester is also equipped with mandible-like jaws that bite down on the body of the ship and then allow it to grip onto it and move it around to some extent. This is applicable to the red ship that appears in the Easy Start 1 and 2 world, as its unusual shape can make it sometimes difficult to get a purchase on, and these jaws do allow you to do it. The jaws are built entirely out of blast door blocks as they are very strong and they do not warp when coming into contact with another block that is not directly connected to it. However, they do have a tendency to break entirely after repeated usage or if they're treated too roughly, so it's worth checking them every now and then to make sure that they're in full working order. The Digester's interior is very Spartan and is not equipped with any luxuries or even an airtight seal, so you'll need to wear your spacesuit for using it. And that's because its primary function is to be a utility ship with no expense spared on luxuries, such as air. It is equipped only with the basics that you need for its job, such as nuclear reactors for powering, these large cargo containers to collect all the materials taken from ships, as well as a wall of gyroscopes in the back of the main body so as to allow for nimble movement and manoeuvring around the ship when coming in to grind it away. At the rear of the Digester is a small landing platform where small ships can come and dock and exchange crews. The idea for this ship was to have several crews working in shift rotors so that the entire ship as a whole could work round the clock while different crews manned different times. Alternatively, the platform could also be used to land a small grinding ship for any parts that fly away from the main body and need to be chased down and ground away. For propulsion, we also have 4 large engine pods at the back, 2 of which are equipped with reverse thrusters for deceleration, as well as vector thrusters in the top and sides of the ship for sideways as well as up and down movement. When in flight, the grinding arms can be locked in place by landing gear fitted to them. This is something I learnt from the superminers building process, as it'll prevent them from swinging round, damaging themselves and damaging the ship. However, their vibrations are very limited as they are fitted to the main body through 2 rotor systems, and this was somewhat difficult to achieve, but it works a lot better than being on a single rotor. Let me know what you think of the Digester in the comments section below, and be sure to leave any ideas for future ships or improvements to this ship there as well. The link to download this in the workshop will also be in the description if you want to give it a try yourself. If you enjoy the series, be sure to leave a like, favourite, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take it easy, have a good day, bye bye.